I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay, we're totally gay.
And we've been selling this product since the
My
year
screen's
2000.
frozen right now.
And it's a product that is very environmentally friendly. As a matter of fact,
so this is the stuff you put on the streets then. We don't eat this.
No, I don't recommend eating this.
Alright, what's going on, everyone? Phil here, and welcome to the Week in Preview. Tonight is Sunday night, July 1st, 2018. Got a few things to talk about, in particular being that we're starting a brand new month. We've got a brand new week of brand spanking new content for you, including new playthroughs, which is pretty cool that in July, when it's dead, I'm going to be starting up some new projects and playthroughs. A big resuming playthrough that people have been waiting to see resume for a year, if you can believe it, amongst other fun things, okay? But before we get to any of that, a few quick things that I want to talk about. First of all, Patreon. Big update regarding this, ladies and gentlemen. This week, what I was planning on doing was tonight, I was going to see how many people who had pledged to my Patreon, that's it right there, and see how many pledges had processed. For those who processed, I was going to update, you know how I do my crawl here at the end of the week in preview to thank my patrons previous month. But sadly, Patreon's down. Patreon's been down for a while, the past couple of hours, and the thing is they were still processing payments when the whole thing went kablooey and crashed. So sadly, this week for the Week in Preview, although normally on the Week in Preview, I would have a patron crawl at the end, where it would be thanking all that current month's patrons. I can't do one for June because there's no data, because the website doesn't work right now, and it didn't finish processing everyone's patron pledges regardless. The other problem now that's going to arise from this is, let's say it takes hours to a day for them to fix all this. Well, there's people who typically, when they pledge to my Patreon, their pledges sometimes get declined for whatever reason. Maybe it was a typo, maybe it was an overdraft, or, you know, credit cards maxed out, or the credit card company doesn't recognize Patreon and won't do a pledge. There's many, many reasons why people would get declined. But I usually give those people some time to update their information to see if they still want to get in on the month's event. I mean, this month for June, people who pledged are going to get in on the Readathon event. They're going to be nominating and voting games for this upcoming event. The nominating and then voting on your favorite DSP moments, your favorite playthroughs, anything that I've done that's still public on the internet and you can watch right now. Nominate it, that I'm going to watch it back with you guys live during this stream, and I'm going to react to myself. Now, first of all, I've never done that. Ever. Never once have I ever watched a video of myself back from the past and made any kind of new commentary or anything over it. I've got a 10-year legacy of the internet. This year is my 10th year as a content creator on YouTube, okay? So how awesome is it that I can go back? I mean, there's over 60,000 videos that I put out over the years, and I'm sure you guys have your favorite playthroughs, your favorite moments, and there's probably some older ones in particular that to watch back today, be like, wow, look how Phil changed. So for gaming, it's absolutely true. That's exactly what's happening here, is that there's not going to be any high-profile major new releases until sometime in August, you know, and that's a long time to wait if you're an avid gamer like me and you love new games and there's nothing coming out, and I understand that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my best to entertain you guys during the downtime and to put out fun and entertaining content and playthroughs for you. So allow me to explain what to expect this week. First of all, today I started The Simpsons Hit and Run on the original Xbox. Man, the game's pretty good, man. I played about 4 hours of it. I'm now on World 3. And I'm really enjoying myself, having a ton of fun going through this virtual Springfield and seeing all the different stuff from the cartoons now being made into this interactive world, right? And the driving and stuff is very reminiscent of Grand Theft Auto. And the plot's interesting, and the character, I love how all the characters from Simpsons are in it, and all of them have the original voice actors. That's amazing. So in general, I am really enjoying The Simpsons Hit and Run a lot. Even though it is a little bit dated, the game's still great. So thanks to everyone who obviously nominated and voted for that game the least possible. So tomorrow, Monday, I'm doing more of that. I only got a little taste of it today. I want to get further into the game. So tomorrow, Monday, another 4 hours of The Simpsons Hit and Run, okay? Monday night, I'm going back to fighting EX Layer. That's the new fighting game that came out last Thursday, and quite frankly, my viewers were very on the fence about it. Some of them said, wow, this is interesting, play more. And other people were like, oh, this game sucks ass, never play it again. I'm going to be doing it as a night stream on Monday to give it another test the waters, and see how it goes, okay? Tuesday is the premiere of a new playthrough. What a blast from the past this one is. Ladies and gentlemen, Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered. That's right, they're re-releasing Red Faction Guerrilla from 2009. One of my earliest full playthroughs I ever did, and the first game I ever did a review of for YouTube, ever. pretty cool that now it's come full circle almost 10 years later. This game's being re-released for modern consoles, and I'm going to be checking it out and playing it again as a big anniversary style event. You know, now how cool would it be to compare the original playthrough back from Dark Side? So it continues on, more than likely 1 to 2 more sessions of that. The next session will be Tuesday night. Wednesday is July 4th. It's Independence Day. Most people have it off. I don't. I'm going to be here playing games, having fun with you guys on stream. What am I playing? I don't know yet. The way I see it, I'm going to choose either between The Simpsons or Red Faction and play one of those as the main stream that day. And then that night, I'm going to determine, gee, do I want to do more Fighting EX Layer? Do I maybe want to do a random session of H1Z1 because they actually updated the game this week to have new content? Or do I want to stay away from all that? Maybe just do a fun little mini stream of Street Fighter. Maybe I'll go do some Super Turbo in honor of Independence Day on Wednesday night, okay? I'm not sure yet. I haven't definitively decided yet what I'm doing in that regard. But I definitely am going to be doing a full day of streaming for you. Put the playthrough on hold, and I put it on private. So basically for the year, no one can watch the playthrough. The playthrough came back about excuse me, let's try this again. The playthrough came back about 2 months ago, I believe it was. I made it public on YouTube. So if you have not yet, I strongly recommend you go and get caught up with my Persona 5 playthrough, because this Friday, I'm bringing back Persona 5 as the main gameplay stream this coming Friday, which would be July 6th. I want to re-immerse myself in this game, get right back up to snuff on where I was in the game. I want to get used to the gameplay of the game again. I can't wait to play it again, because this was one of the most fun playthroughs I did last year. The game was outstanding, and even though, I'll be honest, it was a long-winded JRPG. I played the damn month that relatively July is a slow month, but I'm bringing back so many cool projects, right? I'm starting new projects, continuing, bringing back stuff. It's going to be a really cool week of great variety that I think you guys are really going to enjoy on my streams, and I hope that you'll come by and hang out with me if at all you can over on Twitch on a daily basis. If not, obviously you can watch the videos on demand on DSP Gaming after, okay? And that's roughly it for this week. FYI, the only real major big release coming out in the month of July is Octopath Traveler. This is a JRPG in the vein of Final Fantasy VI that is coming out exclusively for the Switch next week. The bottom line is I want to finish Persona 5 before I touch another RPG. So maybe what I'll do is I'll play all my projects now, and I'll do Persona 5 for a couple of weeks, and then finally, once Persona 5 is done, then I'll do Octopath Traveler as the RPG that I play over the summer or something like that, okay? Now also, my friends, coming up, once I finish up some of these projects I'm working on, so once I finish up Simpsons and Half-Life, play another From Software game just to see it kill me a bunch of times and me rage is not the answer to everything. Let me tell you, the next From Software game I play is gonna be Dark Souls 3, because that's a game that, you know, almost 3 years ago now. I think it was two and a half? A little over 2 years, right? I'm trying to remember when it came out. Was it 2016? I think so. So, going in logical order, right? I did my Dark Souls 1 Redemption run, Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin run, Bloodborne Redemption run. So the next one that I should actually be playing is Dark Souls 3, and yes, it would be a Redemption run, because I'll go back and I'll be playing the real full game, not the game that I apparently had early access and was supposedly easier, even though it really wasn't. People made that shit up. Supposedly it was easier and all that nonsense, and I never beat Nameless King. So I'm going to go back and try to redo the game from the ground up, play it legit this time with the true difficulty intro, which I still don't believe, and then actually get through and beat Nameless King, who really was the only thing in that game I didn't beat was Nameless King, right? So there you go. That's kind of the next From Software game I'll be playing. Will I be playing that in July and August? I'm not committing to that at all. Like I said, I just played Bloodborne, and I'm kind of tired of From Software games right now. So if I do go back and play it, maybe it'll be a better time for it. I don't know. But, you know, I got a lot of ideas, things that I can do. Once, you know, I'm figuring, well, all the games I'm playing right now, probably it's going to take me about 2 weeks to get through them. And then once they start to wrap up, I'll have another, you know, figuring out the rest of July, what am I going to do, right? So we'll see. Let's play it by ear. Let's see what happens for the rest of July. I promise you, I'm going to do my best to entertain you no matter what I'm doing. I hope you guys will show up to the streams. The streams have been really great lately. People have been saying, wow, yeah, the streams are really entertaining, no matter what Phil's playing, whether I'm raging at Mario Tennis and sucking at it and I'm horrible at it, or I'm playing some fun Street Fighter sessions, or I'm doing, you know, a sandbox-style game with Simpsons. No matter what I'm playing, people are like, wow, this is great. You know, Phil is really entertaining, and the streams are now more positive and interactive. People are really liking them, so I hope you'll give them a look, okay? That's really it, guys, for the week in preview. Not a long one this week. I thank you guys for being so supportive. Thanks. By the way, I should bring this up. June officially is the biggest month I've had since last year. In all of 2018, June, I had the most to worry about what I make on YouTube on a monthly basis. I'm not there yet, but the more of you who show up to watch the streams daily, the more of you who contribute during the streams, we're getting there, okay? We're getting there. We just got to keep at it, keep plugging away, okay? All right, that is it, my friends. Thank you very much for watching the Weekend Preview. I appreciate it. No, I don't have a Patreon crawl for you this Weekend Preview. Usually I do. I don't because I said Patreon's down. I can't even get the information if I wanted to make a Patreon crawl tonight. So my apologies, but next week we'll be up to snuff. The patrons will be messaged. You'll have a Patreon crawl. All that coming next week, okay? Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow for Simpsons and Fighting EX Layer. And have a good evening. Peace out. And I will see you for some fun stuff coming up this week. Later, guys.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Worthless
specimen, get that ass banned.